What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Nickel and Dimes. Of course, I'm Caleb McBride. On the screen here is Harry. Winter break action coming right back to y'all. How you been, Harry?
Good, good. Remote Warriors. Been good to be home, see the family. It's funny. I could be in South Carolina. I could be in China. I could be in the
Yeah.
great town of Pembroke, Massachusetts, and the Patriots still suck.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where I'm at. Nothing really changes.
It's the same thing for me. That was just a hard game to even watch, the Giants and the Ravens. It's just how does Tim Boyle end up throwing a touchdown pass to Malik Neighbors? Like it's just
How is Tim Boyle in the NFL?
I
Have you ever seen his college stats?
no.
In
Oh wait,
college, yes, it's
yeah, I actually
nuts.
heard about this. Yes, dude, I actually heard about this. Oh my God. That might have to be a TikTok.
Yes, yeah,
We
you
might have
can
to
get
make a
into
TikTok
that
about that.
because that's something you have to address. Because how are you a quarterback at UConn who was terrible at UConn, like one touchdown, 13 interceptions, and
Yeah.
you're playing in the NFL for years? Is his
It's
dad like secretly Roger Goodell? Like I don't,
great.
doesn't make sense.
It's gotta be something, man. It's gotta be something. But speaking of college stats, we're at the end of
Yes.
the college season, unfortunately. Um,
Mm.
and with that comes awards. Shadurgan, the Golden Arm Award. I forget the full name for it. But the most important award, the Heisman. It came down to
Yeah.
it was a tight race all the way to the end. Came down to Travis Hunter or Ashton Genty, and of course Travis Hunter ended up walking away from it or walking away with the trophy. What are your thoughts on it, Harry?
I think whoever came in second, it was going to be a lot of dialogue that they were robbed, no matter who it was.
Yeah,
You're just seeing a ton of people saying, "Oh, the Genty deserved it," because yeah, Genty did deserve it,
yeah,
like he did, but so did Travis Hunter. Um,
exactly.
it was that's like you don't really see it. Usually, the Heisman is a clear winner. Usually, they pull away from everyone else. When you have
It
two
was not
guys
clear.
doing stuff you don't see ever really, like Genty's probably if he gets two playoff games, going to break Barry Sanders' record.
Hmm.
Um, and Travis Hunter literally playing both sides of the ball extremely well.
Yeah.
So people are mad because he won. Ashton Genty won the fan vote, and I see people complaining online because Travis Hunter won it's a popularity contest. Well, actually, the fan vote went to Ashton Genty, so I
Hmm.
disagree with that.
That's
But
not a popularity vote. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think they got it right though. Like the more I watch of Travis Hunter, like he really is exceptional at both receiver and corner. And actually, Genty's like,
Phenomenal too.
yeah.
But
So
my thing is like Travis, like when you watch him play, you're right. He's phenomenal at both, but like he really is a different type of difference maker. You know,
mhm.
Ashton Genty's a difference maker too, but just Travis' ability to find the ball, be around the ball, and make plays as a corner. Like his ball skills are impeccable, but that's because he also plays receiver. And he's dynamic when he has the ball in his hands, regardless if it's a receiver and corner. And I I also think that it's probably almost best case scenario because let's say Boise State they get a bye obviously this week and then they have to play like most likely Penn State. I think that's fair to say Penn State.
Yeah,
What
I
if they
think they
come
beat
out? What
SMU.
if they come out against Penn State and like Ashton has 80 yards and a touchdown? That's still a good game, but that's not like what he's been doing throughout the whole year. And then people would come in, haters would come in and start saying, "Oh, you see what happened when he actually played real competition." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Other than
no,
that
I,
one
I
game with
agree.
Oregon earlier in the year. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like I either way, like you said, Harry, it was gonna be uproar about the loser. So
Yeah,
it was a tough
yeah,
situation, honestly.
it
Really tight.
definitely was. And like Travis Hunter, like he's just kind of a winner. Like you look what Jackson State when he got there, they went to the championship for I believe like was it FBS? No, they were in some playoffs. They won their conference. That's what it was. They were a good team.
They
And
went
we
to the
get to
Celebration
Colorado.
Bowl.
Yeah, Colorado. They were bad.
Yeah.
Like they were 1-10 before his prime shows up, 1-11 whenever they were, and they were bad last year. And then you look, and they were 9-3 this year.
Yep.
And that's almost all in part to three people: Deion Sanders, Travis Hunter, and Shedeur Sanders.
Hmm.
And I love the Heisman ceremony. Like Deion Sanders got like 7 toes, and once he wins, he's the first one up clapping for him.
Yep.
So yeah, I think I understand Travis Hunter winning definitely. I
Yeah.
don't know who I would have voted for. I would have like if I had a vote and took it really seriously, I would watch every single snap of both of them, and I still don't know if I'd be able to
I
dress them
that's
up.
that's what I was thinking too, because like it's just it's a really tough decision because like you said, it's like it's not clear cut at all. And I don't know, Harry. I think I think I would have went with Travis too. I'm not gonna lie. I think I would have went with Travis too, just because of what he's able to, the impact he has on not only one side of the ball. Like
Yeah.
he's very impactful and he makes play. Like you can see, he's not just because he's out there. Like he makes plays on both sides of the ball. Like I mean, his last game against Oklahoma State, he had a pick and he also had like 10 grabs and over 100 yards receiving and like
And
three
a rushing
touchdowns
touchdown.
or something like that. He had like yeah. So like
Yeah.
that's an insane stat line. Like
He had a game winning, he forced a fumble to win the game one time.
yeah, against
Like,
Baylor. That's like
yeah.
some little league stats. Like
Yeah.
you're not supposed to be able to do that at a power four level.
No, not at all. On a good power forward team.
Yeah.
Like if they had the same record as last year, they go with like 3-9, 4-8, whatever they went. Yeah, forget about it. But this was a
Yeah.
really competent team. And like
Almost
the
in the
Nebraska
playoffs.
loss, yeah, the Nebraska loss is bad. That was
Yeah.
early in the year, but their other loss, I know they lost to Kansas State. That's a really Kansas
That
State.
Kansas loss was bad too. That was
The
bad.
Kansas loss was bad. So
Yeah.
they had a problem of that region of
Yeah.
Nebraska and Kansas. They kind of just
That
got them this year.
Midwest region.
Yeah, just those two states got them pretty good. But
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. Like Travis Hunter, I'm hoping he's a Patriot. That's my hope.
That'll be that'll be pretty nice for you guys.
I think he'd flourish being not having to be the absolute number one corner. I think that'd take a lot of work off him. Then we have Christian Gonzalez, so he could slot in really nice, play a
Mhm.
corner too. And hell, maybe we sign T. Higgins, he could be a receiver too. So, and I think
Yeah.
that would make the Patriots.
If you guys could get T. Higgins and Travis Hunter in the same offseason, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, no, because Drake May last week looked phenomenal. I always do. He could throw 8 picks. I think he looks phenomenal, but he did look good, like actually good
Yeah,
last week. And
I feel like he's getting better every week.
he is. He's super good. He is unbelievably good. And he gets screwed over
Bro.
by a lot of the dickhead linemen. They suck. The defense and no, even the refs. The refs didn't do us well. We got a nice interception, and they say Murray got roughed. I don't think he did. We were down 15 at that point. We were getting the ball at the 10-yard line,
Yeah.
and we didn't. Like because they called roughing the passer and the game was over. But and Marvin Harrison, supposed to be elite,
Where is he?
clamped.
Where's he been?
Clamped.
I said that Neighbors was gonna be better than Harrison.
I always agreed. I've always
I've
been
been
in agreement.
calling it. He was gonna
Brian
Neighbors was
Thomas
gonna,
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
Brian
that
Thomas.
he's sneakily having a really great season.
Yes.
I saw a stat on Instagram like he not too long ago that he's in company with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson right now for receptions for amount of receptions in the league
Yeah, it's those yeah, and
as a
Brock
rookie.
Bowers too.
Yeah,
He's
Bowers too.
lingering
Yeah,
around. All
yeah.
right, Brock Bowers, shout out him. Yeah, no, I Travis Hunter, great Heisman. Like if you're if I think it's great to see that the race was between two non-quarterbacks.
Yes, because the two
I think
quarterback or the who's this? Genty? Oh yeah, the two quarterbacks. I was right. The two quarterbacks weren't even like it was. Everyone knew they had no shot.
if you're a Heisman voter and you spent your first place vote on a quarterback, you
Yeah,
should go fuck yourself.
yeah.
Like actually, I'm
The
like dead
running
serious.
back
You
from
should.
Arizona State had a couple first place votes.
No, he was tough. But,
I mean,
but the rationale
he
is if
is
you're voting
nasty,
for a
but
running back, how do you think he's better than Genty?
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like he is nice. Like this is not to bash him. He's a very talented player. Cam Scabetto or whatever. I forget how to say his last.
Scatabo.
Scatabo. That's what it is. Scatabo. Yeah,
Cam Scatabo.
he's really nice, but over Genty and Travis, like first place, really
You know who else got two first place votes? Was Tyler Warren, the tight end at Penn State.
over the bro. He's not even the best tight end. Statistically speaking, he's not even the best tight end in college football this year. It's
What, Harold Fannin?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's Bowling Green, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
That boy's
he's
a
very
dog
good.
too. That's
He
one of my
is.
teammates from high school actually plays at Bowling Green.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah, he's a dog too.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think Travis is gonna have to pick one side of the ball, or you think he's gonna be able to sustain both? Because like we're talking about NFL career, like this is like over 5 years playing both sides of the ball. His body's getting older too. He's getting older. He'll get older as time goes on. Does he
Um,
start out and maybe like pick one side of the ball later in his career? Like,
yeah, I think that's probably the most realistic path. He'll probably play like I want to say he plays defense more than offense.
You think so?
I think so. I think he might play 80% of defensive snaps, maybe a little less, maybe 75.
Yeah.
And I think he'll play 50% of offensive snaps.
Okay.
Passing downs. And like when he's in, they're gonna try to get him the ball. Like the Patriots, they had done that a little bit with Marcus Jones to a much smaller degree, where he's our
Yeah.
starting slot corner, but he'll
Hmm.
get reps at receiver or maybe just like put him
Yeah.
in motion a few
I remember
times.
I remember he got like a few end arounds here, but yeah, sorry to cut you off, but
No, you're good. I was
yeah,
done.
it would be interesting to see what ends up happening with his career, but definitely a talented player for sure. Um, speaking of this league and the NFL and going to the next level, how about this Bills Lions game this past Sunday, the
Woo.
4 o'clock window?
Yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, man. Final score was 48-42. Bills coming on top. Uh, perfect game from both quarterbacks. 5 touchdowns from Jared Goff. Uh, Josh Allen. Josh Allen had
Like what, four total?
yeah, I think he had 4 total also. Um, man, was this a shootout? This was a really fun game to watch. What are your thoughts on the game, Harry?
The Lions lost, but they lost a lot more than just the game. They
Yeah,
kind of,
I think that
they might be in trouble.
I see. I was gonna go there during the segment. We were gonna
Yeah,
get there in the segment, during
yeah,
the segment. But I just want to talk about the game real quick and the game in itself, between the two. I
yeah.
think,
The game was great.
yeah, the pre pre injuries for all like what we found out about
Yeah, Dan
about the Lions.
Campbell, Dan
Yeah.
Campbell. Great
What
coach.
What do you think about that onside kick with eight
That's
minutes?
so
What was
stupid.
it?
That was
12
it
minutes
was
in the
12
fourth?
minutes. It was 12
Yeah.
minutes left. That
I
was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
I
It's
don't
like,
know.
yeah, I get it, but I get it. You got to die in your sword. I don't think anyone was expecting Dan Campbell to do that. And the thing is, they're like not like the Bills because they know it's coming because you have to
Yeah.
tell them. But I don't think if anyone had been like, oh, they did an onside kick there, Dan Campbell lost his balls. Like no one would have said that because
Yeah.
no one in the world was thinking that that was a rational onside kick.
No. You can leave it downstairs. No. Thank you.
Yeah, no one thought that was a reasonable onside kick at all. And it's one thing if it was like a 4th and 4 and they didn't go for it, they punted. Then everyone like, all right, Dan Campbell deserves to get shit for that. But this is stupid. And you know what? They got burned for it. Mac Hollins like catches it with shoes on for once and runs all the way down the 3 yard line. Next thing you know, Josh Allen finds the end zone. So like I don't think we'll be seeing them do that again anytime soon.
I hope not. I would really hope not. It's 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, okay? Like you said, Harry, I get it. You gotta die on your sword. But dude, it's one thing if this was the NFL pre this, like if this was last season, basically.
Yeah.
Before they changed the kicking rules, where onside kick was, a surprise.
Yeah, they would have no idea it was coming because why would it?
Exactly. Then I would actually understand the decision a lot more than now. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
if you
100%.
like because you have to tell the other team that you're doing the onside kick.
Yeah.
Has there
Is
been
it
a successful onside kick this year?
I believe there's been one. I think the Browns got one against the Bengals, but it was meaningless. They didn't end up
Like
winning the game.
the onside
It's
kick,
super hard to do.
exactly. It's even harder now. And on top of that, you're not even relying on your kicker. You're really just relying on the hands team to mess up.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and at that point in the game, I believe they got it down to like a two-score game because they were down big for most of this game.
Yeah, they were down 10 when they tried that onside kick with 12 minutes left.
Okay,
They had a
yeah,
good
so
amount of momentum.
they were down 10, getting the momentum back, like you said, because was that the drive after Amara? Like they hit Jared found Amara like right here, hit him right in his face mask over the middle, and then he got down to like I think definitely inside the red zone. I'm not sure if it was like inside the 15 or anything. You know what play I'm talking about?
I don't know. There's a lot of really good plays by St. Brown, so they all kind of blur together
Fair,
because he had a
fair,
very good game. But
fair.
I'll take your word for it.
I'll give you that. But um, anyways. Yeah, I just don't like why. It's so much harder to do onside kick now than it ever was before. And literally, I just don't understand that. I don't understand the decision. That cost him the game. Like you said, Matt Collins took down to the 3 yard line.
Yeah,
I mean,
one
you
play
might as well
later.
just let him score at that point.
Yeah, no, literally, that was embarrassingly stupid. That was just stupid.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, we had what was it, 90 points in this game?
Yeah.
We could have had six more, at least three more. We saw like a 30-yard field goal missed. I think it was less than 30.
Oh,
A
Tyler
kick,
Bass, right? Yeah.
yeah, Tyler Bass missed a chip shot,
Yeah.
and
It was like
then
a 20, it was a 21-yard field goal. He missed
yeah,
it.
and it was 21.
Yeah.
Oh my, I knew it was. Oh my god,
It
and
was
then
21 and then he hit like a 51 or something like that, 40-yarder or something like that. Uh I think before the half was over or some.
and then Jake Bates missed one too. They both
Yeah.
missed them like right after each other. I was like, dude, like we're still getting 90 points.
Yeah.
I want to see a 100-point game. Come on, like we, the Bills have been teasing it so bad. And what sucks is the Bills, I think they're the most likely team to do it because their defense can get beat and their offense is unbeatable. But
Hmm.
two out of their last three games are against my New England Patriots. Can they score 70?
Mm.
Probably. Can we score 30? Probably not. So
Yeah, I
that's
don't
where
know. I don't know if they can score 70 on you guys though. I think you're selling you
oh
guys.
no, 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 they can. Kyler Murray was like awful on Sunday and they still got 30 points somehow. I
Oh,
assure you, like a fully charged Josh Allen offense would have no problem finding the end zone 10 times.
dude. You mentioned the defense here. That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
The Bills, I mean, they lost a lot. They lost Poyer and Hyde.
Hmm.
They still got Taron Johnson. Von Miller missed a couple weeks throughout the season. But coming into the season, everybody's worried about the Bills defense. And they don't have a lot of big names. But the thing about defense is you need obviously you need a good coach and you need players that fit your scheme because
Yeah.
you can get mediocre guys that fit your scheme play at a high level. And that's what the Bills have. And that's what they're doing. Like you look around this team, there's not really a lot of superstars out. I mean, I guess you could say Ed Oliver and Taron Johnson, but they're not even super.
Matt Milano, too. But the word to call those guys superstars,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
comparing them to
those
like
are
a TJ Watt or a Miles
right,
Garrett, like,
right. My
no.
point exactly. Those are
Yeah.
really good players. Don't get me wrong. But like this team at this defense as a unit, hats off, because
Yeah.
they
Definitely.
they played great yesterday. I mean, yeah, they gave up 42 points, but I mean, they made some pivotal stops. They made stops where they needed to.
When you're giving up 42 points, you look at it and like, oh, that's not good. But it's very different when you're in the lead the entire game.
Yeah,
So like, it's not like I don't know. I agree. I hear what you're saying. I thought they were like against the Rams, they were god awful.
yeah.
But I thought they were better this week. I think the scoreboard didn't indicate that nearly as much as you'd think. Like, oh, you think they got shredded? No, the
Hmm.
Lions' offense is a machine, and Goff was playing
Exactly.
really good football. And when Goff is playing good, they're almost often pretty close to unstoppable because everyone's
Hey,
open all the time.
a couple of throws he was making yesterday, I was like, wow. Or Sunday, I was like, wow. It.
Yeah,
I will say though, to credit to the Bills defense even more, um, the running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, they didn't really have that great of a game. You know,
no, no, they didn't.
like the Bills did a good job of not stopping, but slowing down that run game. You know,
Containing, yes.
yeah, containing the run game exactly.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah,
just think I really like what you were saying about the point where the defense has like not about superstars, but they all buy in and are good
yeah,
scheme players. That's the sign of like a really great team. Like I
exactly.
think the Chiefs have a ton of those. Like
Yeah,
obviously you have Chris Jones and McDuffie, like they're all pro level players, especially Chris Jones, but so many other guys on that defense. Like
it,
Leo Chenal, like Karloftis, guys like that, their safeties, Reed, Watson, all these guys really come together. And I think the Patriots back in the day, like we had some really good players, but like it was guys like Steve Gregory, like James
yeah.
Ahedebo, like Silver Salinga, guys that bought in and that wanted to be part of the team and wanted to play like the Patriot brand of football, like
Yeah,
the Chiefs brand of football.
I was just gonna mention I was gonna mention that, but I was like, you know what? I've been cutting him off a little bit. I'm gonna let him keep going with that because that's exactly where I was gonna go. It's like kind of reminded me about the of the Patriots of how Patriots defense used to be. And on the flip side here, for the Lions defense, I think it showed that what their story, what their knock was coming into the year was their secondary,
Hmm.
and I think it was very evident yet or Sunday against the Bills. Because what was their saving grace was their front and their front seven. But Anzalone's gone, Malcolm Rodriguez is gone, Hutch has been gone, and their sack production has dropped. They didn't go a game. The only week that they didn't that the Lions didn't record a sack this year was week 5. Do you know why?
I don't.
It was their bye week.
I like that. I like
So
that.
they and then after Hutch got hurt, they went 2 or 3 games without having a sack. So
Hmm.
that's not a lot, but that's showing how much they're missing Aiden Hutchinson. And they brought in Zadarius Smith, but he's really like a closer. He's like a DH in baseball. That's what it kind of reminds me of. When you bring in these old
Yeah.
edge guys, and when they come in on third down or passing situations, they're like DHs in baseball where they just come in and hit.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, because they're just older guys. And I mean, the, they lost their D tackle McNeil too. I think that
That's brutal.
like that.
That's a really
That's what I'm
bad
saying.
loss.
So like their front is very, very weak right now, and what was their strength is now turning to their biggest weakness, and their biggest weakness coming to the season now has to be a strength, but they don't have guys out there, and because Carlton Davis, the other corner, is
Broke
hurt.
his jaw.
Yeah, how? But
I don't know. I don't
broke his
know.
jaw, and then Terrion Arnold, great. He's promising, young prospect, but he's young. He's a rookie, and corner is the hardest position in the league. And being a rookie corner isn't easy, you know.
Yeah, not at all.
So
I think the
I mean,
only healthy players left are like Branch and Kirby Joseph.
yeah, and it's like, man, I mean,
But
I don't
Kirby
say this.
Joseph's a scumbag.
I don't. I don't want to say their Super Bowl chances are over, but it's coming into it's like now they're in, Minnesota can win the division now.
Yeah, because they still play each other one more time.
Exactly, and then not only that, the Eagles could get the 1 seed now.
I think the Eagles are really benefiting from Detroit not falling off, just breaking down. You know,
Yes,
my funny
yes,
enough, we do
Th-
our football picks with my family, me, my mom, my dad, my sister,
yeah.
and he sings us. He does funny things when he calls out teams, and he's our whole time. It's always been called Detroit Breakdown because I think there's a song where it's like Detroit Breakdown, Motor City Shakedown, and they literally are doing the Detroit Breakdown. The defense is literally breaking,
Yes,
and Montgomery's out too now for the year.
exactly, bro.
Yes,
That one hurts
they're
me personally too, because he was my fantasy running back.
sorry to hear that, Caleb.
Yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, I think like the Eagles are so lucky right now because Detroit is breaking down and San Francisco sucks this year.
Yeah, they blow.
Like they're
It's all lining up for Philly.
I don't like it at all. Like I can see the stars aligning for them and I hate it. I do
Yeah.
not like it at all.
Well, the good news is the Phillies coach is a moron,
Yes.
and that
Yes.
does come back to bite you at some point.
And
It's really
every
tough to
coach who's
win.
gonna make the
With,
playoffs is a better coach than I'm taking every single one of them over Nick Sirianni.
it is super hard to win with a moron coach.
I want them to go on the road, Harry. I want them to go on the road. I don't want them to get the 1 seed. I really want them to go
Yeah,
on the road because I feel like that's when the coaching really comes into play. It's easier to coach at home, obviously, than on the road.
I agree. Well, obviously, I agree. Like
Yeah.
that's a given. But yeah, um, so the road in the NFC getting
Yeah.
a little easier for the Eagles. The
Yeah.
road in the AFC might get a little easier for like teams with the Bills and the Ravens, depending on what happened to Patrick Mahomes.
My homeboy.
I think he'll be fine. Devil Magic will get him ready to go for. He might not play next week. He might miss a week. No doubt about that. Um, but I think he'll be ready for the playoffs. Probably ready for at least one game in the regular season to get him tuned up. I think somewhere in Kansas City, Missouri, Carson Wentz is looking in the mirror and saying, "My time now." Oh, who's the old washed up vet now, huh? He's like, he's like smirking, like, yep, I'm getting my get back. Carson Wentz, brother, if you play one game in the playoffs, just one, it's over. It's over. It's over. You can't do it. He's calling up Nick Foles. He's like, Nick, I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. And he's not gonna. He's gonna walk into practice and like after Mahomes misses a week, they're gonna win against some shitty team because the Chiefs always play shitty teams somehow. And he's gonna be butt of his head, like, yep, it's Wentz time. And Mahomes is like, I'm back. And he's gonna go up to Andy Reid, be like, Andy, it's me. It's Wentz. I can do it. And he's like, okay, get the water bottles. Like, Jesus Christ. Talk about Pat Mahomes here. Yeah, Pat Mahomes plays. If he doesn't play in the playoffs, Chiefs are over, season over. But if he does play, obviously they can still win the Super Bowl because they're the Chiefs. But it'd be really interesting to monitor.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've seen him play throughout the playoffs with an ankle injury. I forget what year it was. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe. Um,
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, he hurt his ankle in Jacksonville and he played through it. But this is ESPN saying that this is a little bit serious, a little bit
This
more
is week
serious.
to week.
Yeah, a mild right high ankle sprain. Um,
Ugh.
considered week to week, like you just said, Harry. Right, his right ankle too. He's a right-handed quarterback. That's his plant. That's his plant foot. Like that's where he's launching off of.
Yeah,
So
it would be. Yeah. Ugh,
that
I don't know. That's bad.
that's what I'm saying. That's a big issue for Kansas City.
I
And
need him to play. I need him to play just because it's not like, oh, the Chiefs don't want him. Mahomes played. Like I can't go through a whole year of them being the what if champs. A what if three-peat, if you will.
you know that's exactly how it's gonna be. You
Like
remember the
Nick
season?
Wright, he's ready to like tweet all about that.
Who?
Nick Wright, the guy from
Oh yeah,
Fox.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. From Fox.
fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I hate him. The stuff he has said
Wait,
about. Mm,
doesn't Tom Brady get that? The year that that Matt Castle started at quarterback? Did you
yeah,
guys?
I'm not. We were good. I never claimed to be like the '08 champs. Like we were a different team than we were in the year before. We lost a bunch of pieces, but we did get this. We went 10-6 that year with Matt Castle.
Yeah.
We didn't make the playoffs.
Are you serious? You guys
Yeah,
had a top 15 pick or a top
yeah,
20 pick?
yeah. We had a good yeah.
What
We
year?
didn't.
What year is that?
2008. We were 10-6, I believe. It was either that or 11
It
and
was,
5. It was like a really good record.
so it was the 0 and 9 draft? The 0 9 draft?
Yeah,
So who'd you guys take?
I can look it up right now. I want to say it was
It
Devin
must have not been
McCourty,
good.
but I think he was 2010.
It must have not been good if we can't remember off the top of our heads.
I just get confused with those years because all those drafts, like some of those drafts, it's Pat Chung actually. No, we must have
Oh, you
we
guys
must
took
have
Pat
traded
Chung?
back. We must have traded back because
Uh,
he was a second round pick. Let me
Oh,
check the '08 draft. The '08 draft actually, uh, we had the 10th pick in the draft.
you had the 10th pick in the draft,
Yeah, we must have traded to get it. And guess who we picked? He's currently an NFL head coach, not a very good one.
but he was a really good player. Oh,
Honestly,
man.
he's a pretty yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Drab
Uh,
Bam. We must have traded up. I think we had like the 15th pick. We traded up to get him.
What's wrong with Mayo, bro?
He sucks. Every time they show him on the sideline, he's sitting there doing nothing. He doesn't coach. He
Yep.
just sits there. After the game, he always has some weird quote like, "Are you throwing the players under the bus?" He calls the players soft half the time. It's one thing to go in the locker room and call them soft. I'm 100% behind that. It's something to go to the media and bash your players.
Yeah.
And I know it's his first year doing it, but it's not his first year with the team. He's been our coach for like 7 years with this program. I don't know. I think he could tighten it up a little bit. If he's not good next year, because I think he will get another year.
Hmm.
Matt Vrabel, Mike Vrabel is a very good coach. We've seen
Very
great in the
competent. Yes.
NFL.
Yes,
I
very
feel like that
competent.
would make sense to bring him to New England. But hey, you know what? Keep it in house. Still keep it a Patriot guy the fans can get behind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry to mess with the site of
Mahomes.
the site of what you guys are seeing, but I just wanted to pull up the playoff picture real quick for the AFC, Harry. Um,
Yep.
right now the Broncos at the 7th seed, LA's at the 6th seed, Baltimore's at 5, and Houston, Pitt, Buffalo, and Kansas City are the division leaders. And so if Pat is not able to go, I'd say they still get the 1 seed. But at what point, or they could fall to the 2 seed.
Hmm.
At what point does it get a little bit concerning for them in the wild card? Because if they have to play that wild card weekend, is it a little concerning?
That's very concerning.
Are you concerned about the Chiefs? Like, do you think the Chiefs taking out Devil's Magic, do you think the Chiefs could really go on a run and win the Super Bowl again?
Playing like a schedule, call it like Chargers, like Ravens, Bills, Eagles. Like
Yeah,
they could beat those four teams there. I don't know. That's brutal.
yeah,
That's tough.
yeah,
And another thing is a stupid stat about the Chiefs this year. There's like 4 or 5 teams that haven't scored 30 points per game this year, or 30 points in a game this year.
yeah,
I believe your Giants are there.
yeah, we are.
I know my Patriots are there. There's another like one of the bottom feeders, not Carolina, but
Broncos.
it might be the Raiders.
Yeah,
And also in that group is the Kansas City Chiefs.
and
It's
they're
literally like
taking
it's like
one.
the 4 worst teams in the league and the Chiefs. That's the only teams that haven't scored 30 points a game this year or in a game. And the Devil Magic's undeniable.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what?
Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense. I feel like it has to bite them in there. I mean, because we see it all the time. Like a team is able to catch so many breaks, but ends up biting them in the coming back to bite them
Yeah.
in the long run. Switching gears a little bit before we
Yep.
sign off. Uh, little NBA action. You know, NBA is going on right now. People
Mm-hmm.
kind of in the back, kind of taking a back seat to college football and the NFL. The NBA Cup, little in-season tournament for the NBA. Trying to get their viewerships up. They did it last year. Turned out to be pretty exciting. Seems like the players are into it. Decided to run it back again. Um, in Vegas, I think this weekend or coming up this week, whenever the Bucks will be playing Oklahoma
Today.
today.
It's today.
Oh, it's tonight. Okay. Well, excuse me. Tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder will be playing the Milwaukee Bucks, Harry, for the
Yeah.
NBA Cup. How about the Bucks? We're gonna have to make this quick because we're running out of time. But how about the Bucks turning things around? I mean, we saw how bad they were at the end of
Yep.
last year with Doc and the beginning of this year. But Dame and Giannis are carrying this Bucks team
Mm-hmm.
and have them playing great basketball right now and looking like they're gonna be very prominent in the East.
Yeah, they've been solid. They've been solid, definitely. And the Thunder, great. And the problem with the NBA Cup is no one in Vegas cares. Like Giannis made an unbelievable play, to, like basically win them the game. And the
Yeah.
people in the back are
Hey.
like I don't
It's just
care.
it's all just rich people there.
Yeah, like I don't care who I'm a fan of. If I don't have a dog in that race and I see that play, I'm jumping out of my seat. It was that level of play.
Right.
And another thing is the ratings going to be down in the NBA Cup this year because they're going to say, like it was a failure this year. The ratings were down. Last year, it was not only was it the first one, the team that won it was led by LeBron James.
Yeah.
There's going to be eyes on you no matter what. And Giannis and Shea are superstars. There's no LeBron James. There's one of
Yep.
them. Well, I guess there is two of them, but there is two LeBron
There is
Jameses.
two LeBron
There
James.
is two
There is
LeBron
two LeBron
Jameses.
James.
But yeah, yeah, no, I think the NBA Cup's fine or whatever. And like, I think it's cool when a team has a nice home court in the middle of the tournament,
Yeah.
but a bad one really sucks to watch the game on. Like me
Yep.
personally, I hate the Celtics court. I love the regular parquet and I hate looking at it. But the NBA Cup in general is fun. I like how it gives you something to root for a little bit, and the
Yeah.
players really care because you're like the 13th man. Like that's a 500K bonus on the line.
Yep.
Like that could really help you. So I
Yeah,
love how they do
exactly.
really compete for it.
Exactly. I mean, the NBA as a whole has viewership problems, but hopefully this is one thing that they can help get them more viewerships. But college football players starting on Friday. Who's
Yep.
your national champion, Harry?
I it's gonna be pretty lame here. I saw your TikTok, and
Mm,
I made a bracket a few days before, so this is not like no. I love listening to you. I do trust your opinions, but I do have the same opinion as you. I'm taking the Georgia Bulldogs.
me too. I think it's for the same reasons that I said in the TikTok. If you have not
Yeah,
seen that TikTok, go ahead and make sure to check that out. Nickel and Dime Show on TikTok. Linked in our Instagram. Guys can go ahead over there and look at it. But yeah, for the same reasons. Kirby Smart, nobody else has him.
yeah,
Simple as that.
and just the way he gets that defense rolling,
Yep.
like they bitched Texas twice.
Yeah.
Like just they got them, just
Yeah.
sunned them twice.
Yeah.
And Texas is pretty damn good, I think at least. I know they haven't played much, but like you
Smart
look at
just
like
got to take them to the next level. They're
these
just need to step
non-SEC
away.
teams, I have the title against them versus Ohio State because I think like Ohio State, they're not very good. I think a lot of it though is little brother syndrome. I think Michigan just owns them. I think outside of Michigan, Ohio State's pretty damn good. I
Yeah.
think if they play Oregon again, they're probably going to beat Oregon because I don't think
Yeah.
Oregon doesn't move me. Oh, they beat Penn State. That was great. Penn State sucks. I think
Well, they almost lost. They like Penn State
yeah,
was
and
like me.
Penn State has
Oh,
they're going to be in the they're going to what's his name? James Franklin's going to get his top 5 win he's been looking for.
Drew
Like,
Allen's gonna be a top 10 pick next year.
yeah, Drew Aller, welcome back to college. You're never gonna win a big game. Like, whoopee. I don't know. I think it's gonna be like Georgia, Ohio State when they played a few years ago, completely different rosters. That game in the semifinal was badass,
Yeah.
and neither of them have the weapons on offense. No, Ohio State still does. They still have some dogs, but I'm thinking more of like the Stroud era, like
Yeah,
him
yeah.
being
Not at
he's
the
wasted.
quarterback position. Not at
They
the
don't,
quarterback
but
position.
like Quinshon Judkins, Jeremiah Smith going up against that Georgia defense, I think would be awesome, and I'll take the dogs.
I agree. I agree. Well, that's gonna do it for us, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Of course, me and Harry will be bringing you guys content while we're on our winter break. TikTok content is finally up. The fellas have been talking about this for a minute. We finally got it up. We'll be Me and Harry will discuss how many times a week we're gonna do it. But just know to be looking out for that TikTok comment, like and subscribe, repost the TikTok, send it to your friend, send
Send
our
it to your
invite.
friends. Send it to your
It's the
friends.
holidays, just just send it somewhere. But
Yes.
on a real note, we appreciate y'all so much. We thank y'all. We love the continued support. Just make sure to be looking out for this episode and looking out for more episodes in the future. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Adios.